And we're live. Let's make sure we've got everything set up. Yes. Testing, 1, 2, 3. I'm not convinced that is the correct one. Hello. Yeah, should be okay. Looking good. Okay, guys, we should be live. Can you hear me and see me okay? Let me know in the comments. Sorry for being a couple of minutes late. I literally just had my dinner. So I just had to throw that down my neck and then get myself a drink. How are we all doing? Can we see me and hear me okay? Okay. Paul Price says yes. Good to see you, Paul. How you doing? I'll go through the comments real quick. And guys, if you can do me a massive favor, just give this live stream a thumbs up, hit that like button. And then if you have any questions or comments, just hit them down in the live chat. But yeah, in the meantime, hit that like button. Let's get this live stream cracking. It's going to be an end of year live stream. So yeah, we're going to be going live for about an hour today. So yeah, if you do me a massive favor, if you haven't already, hit that like button. It really is appreciated. Yeah, I'm just going to fire through a few of the comments in the live chat. David says probably not unless you find a wrecked one that you can swap an N47 into. I believe that is in response to the title of the thumbnail, which is "Should I buy a Ferrari?" We'll get onto that. Don't worry. Danny says, "Nah, not a Ferrari." Again, we will get onto that. Beautiful car, but not many will be able to do the same, I guess. Valid point. Yo, George, how you doing? Says Lee. Yes, I'm very good, Lee. How are you? Hope you had a good Christmas. Danny says, hello. Yeah, we've already seen Paul's comment. Mark says, evening, George, loud and clear. Good stuff. Sam says a thumbs up. So thumbs up to you too, Sam. Yes, both. Loud and clear. Yes, we can. George says, Barmy Army. Cookie, how you doing, mate? Hope you well. David says, best YouTuber. Come on, David. Let's be honest. I'm not the best YouTuber, am I? But I do appreciate your kind words. Get a Lambo, bro. Okay. Yeah, so we will get into kind of the title of the live stream, and we'll sort of, get into what the whole stream is about. John, how you doing? Hope you well. Tom says hello. Tom, how you doing? Hope you're well as well. Yeah, let's just get into it then, guys. So I'm gonna straight up ask you, how would you feel if I was to get a Ferrari? Now, I'm gonna say it's not gonna be anytime soon. Don't worry. Of course, I don't have the money to buy a Ferrari, but it's kind of along the theme of where should I take the channel? And I've said it a number of times now. And realistically, I'm a BMW channel, aren't I? But should I try and venture into other car brands, into other manufacturers? And if so, which are the car brands, which are the manufacturers? Because for me personally, obviously I want to grow the channel. I want to reach out to as many different people as possible. But I feel if I only do BMW, then I kind of am restricting myself somewhat. So I feel at some point I have got to try and branch out, if I want to reach the masses, if I want to try and help as many people as possible. So I know that the majority, probably 99% of you guys are only here because I make BMW content. But yeah, I just want to ask you guys, how would you feel if I was to, branch out at some point? I'm interested to know your thoughts. So please do leave a comment in the live chat. And of course, if you have not already done so, please do hit that like button. That is really appreciated. If you don't know what hitting the like button does, it essentially helps the YouTube algorithm. So the more likes a video or the more likes a live stream will get, the more likely that it is that that video or live stream will be recommended to more people. So it helps more people find the channel essentially. So yeah, every time you hit that like button, it is greatly appreciated. Let's get back to some of these comments then. George is the best YouTuber. Fact, happy new year, mate. You are too kind, but yeah, I don't think I'm the best YouTuber, but yeah, happy new year to you too, mate. Hope you're well and everything. Of course, Randy says hello. Of course, Randy. Yes, mate. I guess that is in regards to the question, should I branch out and do other car brands? Mark Well says jealous. Jealous of what, Mark? I don't know if you've only just joined, but I'm not getting a Ferrari anytime soon. As you can probably see in the thumbnail, Ferrari 360 Spider. I believe it's a Spider. I don't think it's a Modena. 360 Spider. That is kind of one of my dream cars, and I would like to get one at some point. But would you like to see something like that on the channel eventually, or should I just stick with BMW? I did make a poll on the community section on my channel, and I asked if you guys would be interested in seeing a series where I would basically a flipping car series. So it's nothing new. The concept has been around for a long time now. But essentially I'd buy something dirt cheap, say £500, and then repair it, do it up, give it a clean and everything, sell it on. Say it sells for £1,000. I'll take that £1,000, buy another car, and basically keep repeating until we get to a dream car like a Ferrari 360 Spider. But yeah, I did get quite a good response to that, to be fair. I think like 91% of you said that you would like to see something like that. Of course, you know, not all of you had a chance to answer in that, but I think about 150 people or so answered in that poll. So it has kind of gave me a good indication that people would like to see that sort of thing. But yeah, guys, let me know down in the live chat now. Would you like to see a flipping cars series? I don't mean me, you know, lifting cars up and, you know, rolling them over. I mean selling them on for a profit. But of course, you know, I'm not a car dealer, so it's not going to be a case that I'd be doing it for my job. It'd be more to make the content. So, you know, every time we repair, every time we refurbish, whatever you want to call it, a car, I like to go the extra mile and really do things properly rather than just trying to maximize on profits. So I think going forward, if I was to do a series like that, I would have to still maintain the same integrity and, you know, fix cars to the same standard. I don't think I could let myself slip and sort of, you know, push cars off to a potential buyer with things that are not spot on. But yeah, guys, I mean, I am interested to hear your thoughts, genuinely. That would be cool. Why too much time on your hands? Sit to a Beamer. I appreciate that, Rick. But like I said, I think of course, BMW is my favorite car brand. That's without saying. It goes without saying, should I say. But I feel at some point I'm going to hit a ceiling. I mean, there's only so many people that are on YouTube just to watch BMW content. And I feel that I am kind of keeping myself in a niche, only doing BMW content. So I think I am going to have to branch out at some point if I really want to make the channel grow. So Yeah, please be as honest as possible. Would you still watch if I was to do other car brands? Like I said, maybe if we was to do a series where we are flipping cars, keep moving up to, towards a dream car like a Ferrari 360. Would you like to see a series like that? I'm genuinely interested, because if there's no one that would be interested in seeing that, then that's not going to be something that I'm going to do, of course. Convert an MR2. Convert it to what? Hi. I will feel happy for you if you get one. I appreciate that, Pirasath. A trading up spin-off series would be awesome, George. Cheers, John. I appreciate that. Yeah, it would be something that I would be interested in doing, to be honest. Maybe build it to the Ferrari. How about an M car next? Yeah, Lee, I would honestly love to do an M car, but I'm not in that position at the moment. Like, so many people want me to do an M car, but I'm just not. Like, I'm not going to get into debt for a car. I don't believe in getting into debt for cars. That's just me personally. Obviously, everyone has their own personal opinion. But for the cheapest M car now, I mean, what is the cheapest M car now, realistically? What is it? Probably, I mean, at cheapest M car, you're probably looking at a very, very rusty BMW E36 M3, and you're talking circa, 10 grand. And I don't have 10 grand to spend on the car, but potentially we could work up to an M car. That's what I mean. If we started off with like £1,000 car and we worked up to, to buy an M car, that'd be definitely something that I'd be up for doing. Jaguar. To be honest, I've never even considered doing a Jaguar, but I'd be up for doing it, to be honest. Why not? An 850 would be reasonable, would be a reasonable alternative. I would love to do an 8 Series, to be honest, but again, they are not cheap. Pick a car that people work on themselves, says Paul. Yeah, I think if I was, especially, at the cheaper end of things, if I was to start off with, say, a Volkswagen Golf 1.9 TDI. I mean, that's a car that is sold worldwide, owned by millions, and that I feel would appeal to a broader audience. But is that something that you guys would like to see? Because I don't know. I don't want to. Of course, I want to grow the channel, but I want to keep you guys happy as well. So yeah. I already read that comment. Common cars, everyday cars, or Landies. Yeah, I'd like to do a Land Rover at some point. M539 restorations has exploded over the last year, and he only does BMW. Yeah, I agree. His Stratton's channel has grown a good deal, but I feel that he is limiting himself only doing BMWs. Of course, there'll be people that subscribe to his channel because they just like to see the in-depth work that he's doing. They just like to see the whole restoration side of things. But I think his channel would be a lot bigger, personally, if he was to do other things as well. Maybe keep this one strictly BMW and post fewer videos and start up another channel with other cars. Danny, I appreciate that input, but honestly, it's a lot of work building up one channel. If I was to do another channel as well, I'd just be spreading myself too thin. I mean, trying to grow, a YouTube channel, and I'm a very small channel as it is. I only have 35,000 subscribers. It's a tiny, tiny channel in the grand scheme of things. Trying to build that, as well as trying to build my Instagram as well, which of course, if you're not following me, go follow me on Instagram at George Osters. Much appreciated. Yeah, trying to grow those two things is hard enough. If I was to just start another channel from scratch, it would just be too much. Any type of car, just common problem solving videos. That is what we need, and keep BMW here and there. Yeah, Dragon or Dragon. I guess it's Dragon, is it? Sorry if I mispronounced that. Yeah, don't worry. BMWs are not going anywhere. Like I said, it's my favorite car brand. I don't see myself ever not owning a BMW. So don't worry, BMWs are going nowhere. But it would just be the introduction of other car brands. I'm interested to know your cars. Interested to know your thoughts on those. Leandra says, "Hello, George. Great content. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Jealous of you were to get a Ferrari, but more than happy for you." Oh, I see, Mark. Yeah, yeah. It's not happening anytime soon. Don't worry. I haven't won the lottery or something. But I would quite like a Ferrari 360 Spider. Yeah, it's definitely got to be up there with my dream cars. F30 says Joshua Fiddy. Yeah, I wouldn't say no to an F30 project, but of course it would have to be the right project. Me personally, I'm not a massive fan of them. I've had one on loan for a weekend. I wasn't a big fan of it. I decided to get an E60 after I had that for the weekend. But yeah, I'll definitely do one as a project for sure. Flip them cars, mate. Yeah, I agree. I think it would be a good series. I didn't see the post about the series, but defo, good stuff. Flipping is a good idea. Flip up to a Fiesta. Yeah, no, Stevie, that would a Ford Fiesta would kind of be probably, one of the cars potentially that I could start on. But I really don't know how you guys would see that. I mean, let's just give a theoretical, um, instance. Let's say if I was to buy a Ford Fiesta, a regular run-of-the-mill Ford Fiesta, for £400, would you guys click on that video? Like, be honest. Would you guys click on that video if I bought the cheapest Ford Fiesta in the country? And that was basically the start of the flipping cars series. Would you click that video? Would you want to watch that video? Just be brutally honest, because this is what it's about. I just need your guys' honest input. Yes, flipping cars would be great. The only issue with flipping cars is it encourages repairing on the cheap. I like your channel because you do things properly regardless of cost. Yeah, Lee, I did mention that earlier on. If I was to flip cars, then I wouldn't do things on the cheap. It's not in my nature. It's not really in my interest, because I wouldn't need to flip cars to earn a living. I earn a living through YouTube. So my main goal wouldn't be to maximize profit. It would be to make content. So, I mean, you guys saw with the BMW E93 series, I didn't need to do half of those jobs. Somebody would have literally bought that car, determined it didn't have head gasket failure, gave it a clean, and then sold it on and maximized profit. But I wanted to fix everything that was broken on the car within reason, of course, because I wanted the next owner to have a very, very reliable car. And that would be the same thing. When I'm talking about flipping cars, I'm not talking about, doubling my money or, making huge profits. I'm talking about making a small profit margin, just something that we could carry over to buy something slightly better, slightly more desirable for the next flip. Agree with Lee. Yeah, exactly that. Just what I said to Paul there. Guys, we have 40 of you in here right now, which is amazing. If you could do me a massive favor, if you have not already done so, please do hit that like button. It really is greatly appreciated. Fuelman says, I'd love to see a Ferrari on the channel, but we all know that it won't happen. Why do you say that, Fuelman? I'm genuinely interested. Why do you think that we won't see a Ferrari on the channel? Because I can tell you, it will happen one day. I don't know when, but it will happen. I can assure you that. That is a promise. Dragon says yes. I would definitely watch. Sorry, guys, I am probably a bit too far behind with the comments. Try and be specific with your answers. I know it's annoying, but when you say I would definitely watch, what is that in response to? Is that in response to if I was to get like a Ford Fiesta or something, or is it something else that I said? Team up with Ratarossa, mate. Yeah, I would love to do that, honestly. Smash the likes, folks. Helps the channel. Exactly that, Ashgar. Yeah, spot on. What about a broken M5? And says Antonio. Antonio, I'd love to do a broken M5, but do you know how much broken M5s are? They are still not even cheap. I mean, it really doesn't make financial sense to buy a broken M5 because they're really not that much cheaper than a fully sorted working M5. But yeah, I would definitely love to do an M5 at some point. I mean, you guys know that one of my dream cars is a BMW E60 M5, which I'm hoping to get some point next year. I'm hoping on getting one at some point next year. So if you guys have never heard that news before, you've heard it here first. So yeah, I'm hoping to get an E60 M5 at some point next year, but it's not going to be real soon. I'm going to have to try and sort some things out first. MR2 convert to Ferrari or the Peugeot to Ferrari kit car. Yeah, I'm not about that. I cannot stand kit cars and cars that are supposed to look like another car. Yeah, that's one of my pet hates. Love some F30 specific servicing stuff. Got an F31, says Josh. Yeah, I appreciate that. To be honest, I mean, if you have an M47, M57 engine, a lot of the stuff on those cars are the same as on the E90 and the E60, for example. So, yeah, I mean, it's a lot of the videos that I show and a lot of the advice that I give is kind of universal advice. So take from that what you will, I guess. John says, how about some aftermarket product reviews, e.g. a snow foam test, a polish test? It's just a thought. Also, salvage, buy a car and strip it, sell the parts and see how much it can make. John, that's a good video idea, actually. And it was actually something that I was planning to do if I wasn't to do YouTube full time, because obviously I've broke a couple of cars in the past and I know that it can be very lucrative, especially if you have the right car, if you have a high spec model with all the goodies on that people want to buy. Breaking cars can be you can earn a very good living from that. But you just need the space and you do need the patience to do it. But yeah, that would be a good video idea, to be fair. With regards to the product reviews, things like that, I have actually teamed up with a company called Yum Cars. I don't know, if you guys have been following along with the videos. I have kind of made one or two posts here and there, but yeah, have teamed up with them. I'm not too sure sort of to the degree that it's going to go yet, but I was sent a care package from them, and I want to say it genuinely is the best. They genuinely are the best quality products that I've ever used in terms of car care. They are expensive. Yes, they definitely are expensive, but I have learned that when it comes to car care products, shampoos, whatever, you kind of do get what you pay for. If you pay a cheap price for them kind of things, you are going to get a cheap product. But yeah, them Yum Cars products, they are top quality. And for any of you guys wondering, yes, I do have a discount code. If you do want to get yourself any products, I think you'll save 10%. Use code, I think it's George10. Don't quote me on that, but I believe it is George10. I think you'll save 10% off. So if you want to check out yumcars.com, you can feel free to do so. I would agree with the M car project, like an E36 M3. Yeah, like I said, I would love to do an M car. In E36 M3, though, realistically, it's going to be very rusty, and I can't stand rust, especially when it's on panels that you can't easily replace. I mean, if the front wings are rusty, if the door's rusty, you can easily replace that. But when it's like rear arches, I'm not a body shop. I don't have all this fancy. I don't have a jig. I don't have, I don't have a welder or anything like that. So there's only so far I can go. I would do something completely different and convert a BMW to electric, to be honest, and then see who would buy. I would love to see my X1 converted, says Ed. Yeah, that would definitely be a big project. Because yeah, like you said, it's not really been done before. My dad says do Ford. To be honest, I'm a BMW guy too. Wouldn't watch other cars, but no, that's completely fair enough. Like I said, I want to know your guys' honest opinion. So, yeah, I'll ask it again. If I was to do other cars, would you guys watch? I would definitely watch restoration work / flipping cars, says Tom. Tom, I appreciate that. Just a quick reminder as well, guys, if you have not already done so, please hit that like button. It's greatly appreciated. I know we have a few people sort of dropping in and out. Why don't you connect to other YouTubers? I'm not going to say your name because I'll probably get demonetized. I have, to be honest, I have done a couple of collabs. I've also tried to contact a few people. Certain people just don't want to know. Realistically, I don't, for whatever reason, like we'll plan to do something and then it never turns out happening. I don't know why. But yeah, I have definitely worked with a few of the YouTubers. I don't know how many of you guys know JM on cars. I met up with him sometime this year. I think it must have been about June, July time. And yeah, he filmed a couple of videos on my car. Well, he'd done a review on my 130i, and then I done a video talking about the common problems, things to look out for when buying a 130i, and that done pretty well. But I think at some point I will need to get him on my channel as well to do something else. But yeah, I have no qualms about working with the channels. I'm all for helping people where I can. Maybe get into Porsche. You can pick them up reasonable money, mate. Cheap little Boxster. Yeah, to be honest, I would love a Boxster S. They're, seem to be relatively easy to work on. Like I said, you can get them relatively cheap. You're talking about $5,000 now. So yeah, it'd definitely be something that I wouldn't say no to. But again, what would you guys think? Would you watch Porsche videos? How about just German, Audi, BMW, Mercedes, etc.? Yeah, that's a good point, to be honest. Could I just be a German channel? Could that be my way to, slowly branch out? Again, guys, let me know your thoughts. Grow relationship with a BMW dealership and review cars. Yeah, that's a good suggestion, but I have a feeling that BMW dealerships are not going to be the best of friends for me, because pretty much all my videos I say don't use the BMW dealership. I mean, my videos are very much, sort of how-to videos and how to save money, how to service your car yourself, how to do this and that yourself. And yeah, I don't think BMW would appreciate that. And not only that, like, I'm not a car reviewer. That's really not what my channel is about. I don't think there's tons of people better at reviewing cars than me. So yeah, I don't think that's what my channel is about, to be honest. Personally, I'd like to see you continue with BMW. I prefer to see specialist rather than jack of all. Yeah, interesting. It's so hard because, like I said, if I'm only doing one car brand, I am limiting myself, because then all the other potential viewers are not going to want to watch. But then again, I do have quite a loyal audience in you guys. What about older BMWs, E28s, E30s, says Mark? Yeah, I'd love to do, something like that. I'd love to do like a 2002, a 1602, an E30, an E12, something like that. I would love to do it, but it's just when the right car would come up, I guess, because, yeah, they're not cheap. They're quite expensive. I know you have done a lot with cars, but what about doing motorbikes? Says John. That is a very good question. I definitely wouldn't say no to, doing a motorbike project, but uh, I don't know, like how well would that go down with you guys? Would you be interested in seeing, um, a motorcycle project on the channel, especially a BMW one, of course? No, 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 no. Um, Sorry, I don't know what that was no to. I think we're about 10 minutes behind on the comments. I need to try and get through these quick. I think it's George. It's as much about your journey and watching you as it is about the cars you buy. Yeah, I appreciate that actually. I think a lot of people do watch me because they are excited to see me sort of, leveling up, sort of evolving and moving on to the next best thing, which actually I have some pretty exciting news. Nothing's sort of set in stone yet, but hope we are going to be looking at houses over the next few weeks, and so hopefully sometime in the next few months I'll have my own place that I'll be able to call home, and a place that I'll be able to potentially build a workshop in. So yeah, some exciting times are definitely coming. So yeah, if you are sort of following me to see the journey, then 2022 is definitely going to be a big year for me personally. Sorry, Ben. How about a Porsche Boxster 986S? They're so cheap at the moment. Yeah, again, I would not say no to one. Yes, definitely would be interested in flipping cars, says Antonio. Yeah, see, you guys seem to quite like the idea. Why don't you just buy any car? Why don't you just buy any car? Is your price gets it? Why don't you just buy any car? Sorry, I don't understand that question. I'd watch car flipping videos because I'm a Wheeler Dealers fan anyway, training up. However, a repair on a Ford Fiesta wouldn't get a view. I don't need to know that, lol. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yes, I still watch you work with other makes, but probably just to support you, since owning a BMW, can't imagine having anything else. Yeah, it's so difficult. Ford Focus ST, maybe, says David. Yeah, I would not say no to that. Because it won't happen. This is a BMW channel. You gain traction by doing BMWs. Why change what has made your channel, says Fuelman. Yeah, that's a good point. But like I said, I think if I was to only do BMWs, then I'd be limiting my channel. I mean, there are other car brands out there who use BMW products. I mean, they might use their engine, or they might be owned by BMW. So let me just give a few examples. Land Rover / Range Rover, you have their products. They have a lot of BMW engines in them. You have Mini, of course. They use, they're owned by BMW. You have Rolls Royce. They are owned by BMW. A Rolls Royce, since BMW took over them, there is pretty much like a BMW inside. They have the same sort of iDrive system and all the rest of it. So would you guys not be interested in seeing like a Rolls Royce or a Mini or a Range Rover, even though it has the BMW products inside? Let me know about that. Yes, that would be nice to see you working on the M5. Yeah, I would enjoy that, to be honest. A Defender TD5 would be ace, as can be customized and tuned. Unfortunately, not cheap. Julian, you know what? I want to get a TD5 Defender. I want to get a 110 Defender 110. That's one of my dream cars right there. Only a van, nothing special. But yeah, I do want to own a Defender TD5 at some point. So if you stick around on the channel, I'm sure that will be coming at some point. Whether it's in a year, 2 years, 5 years, I don't know, but I do want to own one at some point. Everyone's watching now is here because of BMW. I imagine most of us just want more BMW content, says Lewis. Just get a standard 1 Series diesel or petrol. This is what the average viewers want to see. Hope you all had a good Xmas. Says ads. Yeah, it's so tricky. um, but yes, I had a good Christmas. Thanks for asking. Ratarossa does Ferrari's Bit Specialist, a successful channel I follow, is Salvage Rebuilds UK. Lots of all new cars. I agree that working on a BMW M car would draw in an audience. Yeah, I watch both Ratarossa and Salvage Rebuilds, and yeah, both two very successful channels. If you had another channel or use your backup with a Ford and right jobs, you'd have a massive following very fast. Yeah, I guess, but it's a lot of it require a lot of time because I know it doesn't really seem like it, but this channel right here, to me, for me to get to this point, it's taken. I mean, I've done channels in the past as well, but I started this channel in 2012, so yeah, it's taken the best part of 10 years to get to this point. So yeah, it's not quick building up a channel. E60 M5 wicked motor fella, but mental money to look after. But good luck to you, dude. Would make great content. I appreciate that. Zimolian. So much input. I wonder why I've deleted that full commentary. Chat box is too small, but it's up to you, man. Just waiting for the Raid Shadow Legends and Ridge Wallet sponsoring. Oh dear, no, please not them. Yes, Young cars are good cleaning products. Another guy on YouTube got me into them, but he disappeared. Oh, okay. Are you talking about Savage Garage? I'm guessing. Another fellow UK YouTuber. Get a B12 Alpina. I would not say no to one of them. Now, just BMW for me. Stick to what you are good at, G-Man. How about do a BMW with someone who doesn't know much about fixing one, therefore helping them and helping your channel maybe? Yeah, that's a good video concept, I suppose. Doing up cheaper / older Porsche boxes always interesting. Happy New Year, George says my lens. Happy New Year to you too. Steve, like fix random followers' cars. A job George hasn't fixed before. Interesting idea. Yes, I agree. Yes, Danny, good idea. Yes, Danny Nash. 520D M Sport engine knocking, rebuild or replace engine. What are your options on this? Wait, what? What's knocking? Do you mean you mean you have, rod bearing knock? And if that is the case, then it's really up to you. What's the best to do financially? I mean, if you are to buy a replacement engine, is it going to need a rebuild anyway? It could be on high miles. It could need the timing chain replacing. I think if you can, you are usually better rebuilding your engine because again, you're basically building a new engine at that point. But it depends on, if you could do the work yourself and obviously how much time and money you have. Mine's got an Orly and my dad E66 audio needs looking at. Yeah. I have two videos actually coming on the E66. I plan on fixing that oil leak sometime in the new year, and I have a pretty big project lined up for the 7 Series. Plan on doing like a whole LCI retrofit on it. So if you guys would be interested in that, definitely interested in bikes too. That's interesting to hear. Rich said, "Hi George, stick with BMW. Why don't you buy any car and surprises?" Oh, surprise us all. Yeah. Yeah. That would be good, I guess. But I'm really trying to gauge interest. I mean, do you guys think I'm crazy for wanting to sort of branch out and do other things or not? I mean, let's say, for example, if I was to do other car brands, it wouldn't completely change. I mean, you guys don't need to worry. It wouldn't be completely changing my channel if I was to do a Ford, a Vauxhall, an Aston Martin, a Ferrari, a Porsche, a Land Rover, whatever. That wouldn't be like a project car as such. It would be sort of, more than likely be a couple of videos long, and it would be in the flipping car series. That would be a series that I think that I could successfully introduce different car brands. And yeah, I guess I'm really just wanting to know, would you guys watch a series like that where I keep trading up in cars, hopefully to a dream car, if it was including other car brands? Because realistically, if like I was only to do BMWs while flipping cars, I'm quite restricted with regards to what I can buy. I mean, say for example, I want to start off cheap for £1,000. There's only so many BMWs out there for less than £1,000, and they'd more than likely be cars that I've already done on the channel before. So I feel that if I was to do some sort of, trading up car challenge, then I would need to introduce other brands. Eden says, hello, my brother, long time. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you too, Eden. The Savage Garage YouTuber was interesting. Ordinary stuff, fixing the driving in the shed. 90k plus subscribers. Not done any videos in a while, says Derek. Yep, I used to watch the Savage Garage. Very good channel. M5, the V10 model, or the E93 M3, buddy. Dave Moody, I want to get the M5 E60 M5. So I'm sure that will be on the channel at some point in the future. I still watch your channel if you featured other makes of car from Germany. How about an extreme maintenance feature in your videos, such as a diesel injector purging, sports exhaust installing, etc.? Yeah, they're good video ideas. If I was only to keep it German car brands, would that be a good compromise? Because I guess I could kind of make that work. We're talking Volkswagen, Seat, Skoda, Audi, so all of the VAG group. Then we've got Mercedes, we've got Porsche, we've got Bugatti. I'm probably missing some really obvious ones here, aren't I? But yeah, guys, if I was to do a flipping car project, I'm just going to say a trading up car project, because when I say flipping cars, it means that it sounds as if I'm literally just going to keep, rolling cars over. But yeah, if I was to do like a trading up series with cars, should I keep it all German, or should I just do generic car brands? Let me know. Derek says BMW Mini. I'd definitely be up for doing one of those. Would you watch though, Derek? I love watching your content and have been sub since the beginning. Personally, I would only watch BMW content, but it's your channel and your choices. But I defo not watch anything but BMW. Interesting. George, you are featured in a video by Millwall fan after last night's win. Interesting. I'll be sure to check that out. Certainly, it's great seeing you work. Great seeing you work, BMW, as I have an E61. Ultimately, George, you can please some people sometimes, but you can't please all the people all the time. People will follow you, whatever. Appreciate that, Shane. Why don't you do an Audi RS3? Yeah, I wouldn't say no to one, but it's definitely not cheap. George, you are on a video by Millwall fan after last night's win. Somebody's got to send me this, because I have no idea what what's going on here. Antonio Fernandez says rod bearings. Oh, for the E60 M5. Yeah, they would have to be done. Oh, no, you're talking about your 520D. Yeah. Yeah, it depends. If you're keeping the car, you want to keep it long term, I would say rebuild the engine, do everything on it. And it's basically a new engine at that point. It should last, the lifetime of the car. But again, it's up to you. You got to weigh up all the costs. George, can I put an M47 engine on a Toyota Quantum modifications? Yeah, you could probably make it work, I guess. A V10 M5 sounds better than any possible car. I agree. It's one of the best sounding cars out there. I secretly look at BMW motorcycles. Have you ever had a clutch pedal that just dropped to the floor, lifted it up, and it's been fine, but thought my clutch had gone? Interesting. I've had a clutch pedal go to the floor before, but that was when I had an engine removed, and yeah, that was when I was braking the car, but not like on a car that's I've been using. Flipping British cars. Yeah, that sounds very British. Mate, I think if you diversify, it would be great for you in the channel. Let's face it, people would tune in. Fact. I don't know. People have said otherwise in the comments tonight. I'd watch flipping cars with other brands. What's with M5s? And what's with M5s, M6 for me one day? Yeah, I would love an E60 M5. It will happen. I can tell you that. What about some Japanese cars? Can you import? You can import fairly cheap nowadays, can you? I didn't know it's cheap. BMW only. Don't get distracted, George. What about hot hatch, do up and trade up theme? They always seem to hold their value. Saying that, look at Matt Armstrong. He has a massive range of car manufacturers. Prime example there, Matt Armstrong. And yeah, I mean, he just started off when I actually used to watch his channel when he only had about 5,000 subscribers. He had like a similar number to me, and he only used to do like I think it was an Audi TT and a BMW 1 Series, and then he bought like an Audi S5, and then his channel just sort of blew up overnight. He had a video that went viral. But yeah, like, I feel like if you want to get to them top levels, then you have to branch out, Why don't you modify the E90 that you've got now? You will have more subscribers. If anyone was wondering how much it costs to have a snap glow plug extracted from a 2008 BMW 520 LCI, is £80 plus VAT. That's a lot for one glow plug, isn't it? But yeah, sorry. Why don't you modify the E90 that you've got now? Sorry, I completely forgot. I haven't even made an announcement, guys. The E90 sold. I did make a video talking about how much. I don't actually think many of you guys watched it. I don't think it did very well on the views, but I did make a video saying how much. What's it called? How much did I pay for the? I think it's how much did I pay for the cheap BMW 3 Series. See if I can find it. Yeah, here's how much I paid for my cheap BMW E93 Series. 2,500 views. Guys, it sold. It sold. I sold it like literally the day of making that video, it sold. I put it up for sale, and like 12 hours later, it sold. So, yeah, the E90's gone. There is still a few more videos to come on it, because so that I could have some time off at Christmas, I kind of made a backlog of videos. So over the next couple of weeks, you're going to sort of see some pre-recorded videos. You won't notice any difference. It's not like they have, contain sort of outdated content. But yeah, I have a backlog of videos just so I can have a little bit of time off, because I've never actually had any time off at Christmas. I've always worked jobs where it's involved me working literally every other day apart from Christmas. So I said this year I'm going to have a little bit of time off and just give myself a rest, because I've been pretty much non-stop, especially with YouTube this year. It's important to have a finished product at the end of each video. That's how Matt got so popular. When you say a finished product, you mean like a finished project car? Because I don't think every project car gets completed in one video, does it? Did you sell on AutoTrader? No, I didn't sell on AutoTrader. It just sold on. Well, actually, one of you guys bought it. It sold to a viewer of the channel, and how much did it sell for in the end? It sold for £2,800. You're probably wondering why it went for less than the £3,000 that I put it up for. That is because before I'd put it up for sale for £3,000, someone had actually emailed me. Someone had actually emailed me already asking, saying that would you accept £2,800? And this was like 3 or 4 days before I even put it up for sale. And I kind of pre-accepted it. I didn't think they was gonna, have it in the end, but they ended up having it anyway. 650i would be interesting seeing you work on these. You know what? I'm not a big fan of the 6 Series. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the looks or what, but it's just not. It just doesn't do it for me. I think Matt just got a lucky break, but his channel is getting boring now to me. No, I still like Matt. I think he still has a good channel. He obviously knows how YouTube works. What sort of does well and things like that. So all the I wish him all the success that he's getting. We are close to 7 o'clock now, guys. I'm going to have to wrap this up pretty soon. We'll go for another couple of minutes. That's still a decent price. Congratulations, says Fuelman. Thank you. Maybe get the rare 123D twin turbo diesel as a little cheap run around with astonishing potential. Yeah, they're decent cars, they are. But I feel like if I was to get another N47, like I've pretty much done everything. Have a 9. I've done everything twice. So, like, is there really that much more content that I could make on that video? That I could make on that car? I don't know. Will you get an E90 again and modify it and keep it? I'm not sure. Possibly. I mean, they are good all-round cars, but I can't make any promises. But yeah, guys, I am going to wrap this one up, I think. I will ask once more, would you guys be interested in... Oh, we actually have we have the first super chat of the night. Lee, you are a legend. Thank you very much, mate. He said, cheers, George. Yeah, guys, by the way, if you do want to support the channel in any way, now is your time. We literally have a couple of minutes left. There is a little $sign below the live chat. If you want to, chuck me £1, £2, £3, just to show your support to the channel, now is your time to do it. Of course, if you don't want to, that's fine, all the same. But yeah, anything you guys do want to send to support the channel, it's greatly appreciated. Lee, like I said, you are a legend. Thank you, mate. Much appreciated. Diesel Bimmer says, well, I'm going to go. Nice video and enjoy New Year. Please buy a V10 E60 and not a Ferrari. Well, hopefully we could have both. That would be the ideal. But we'll just have to see how things go. Yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, I will ask you guys once more. If you haven't already done so, hit that like button. No, that's not what I was going to ask you. I was going to ask you the final question. because believe it or not, after this live stream ends, I can still see the live chat coming through. So we'll ask you guys once more, would you be interested in seeing a series where I flip cars and work up to a dream car, to something like a Ferrari? Would you be interested in seeing that series? It would be a long-term series, but I think I would realistically have to include, different car manufacturers, whether that's just German car brands or whether it's the run-of-the-mill Fords, Vauxhalls, brands like that, just the run-of-the-mill cars. Yeah, guys, please do let me know. We have another super chat from Diesel Bimmer Alex M, who just said he's going. Here's my investment towards the V10. Mate, you are a legend. Thank you very much. Greatly appreciated. Lee says, not as much as I usually give, but I'm a bit skint. I'm now the proud owner of a 130i M Sport manual. Lee, congratulations. How are you enjoying it? Mate, they are absolutely lovely cars. They are so fun to drive. I have a few more videos coming on mine, by the way. But yeah, congratulations. They are only going to go up in one direction as well. They're going to go up in value. So you've done well to get in while they are still at a decent price. No idea what that means. I would like to see you branch off to different make/models, says John. I appreciate that, John. Yes, I think it's a good challenge for you, mate. Says ads. Thank you. Loving it so far. Needs a lot of work, but got it cheap. Good stuff, Lee. Hopefully, my videos will be able to guide you along. Like I said, I have a lot more to come, and I plan on keeping that car for a very long time. I'll give you a little insight. Over the next year or so, I plan on pretty much restoring the car, to factory finish. So, yeah, expect that to come over the next year or so. It's going to be a lot of time, effort, and money that's going to go into that project. So, yeah. And Ads says, when are you raffling the 130i? Don't be silly, Ads. That car is going nowhere. It's staying with me forever. Like I said, I'm pretty much going to be restoring it, nut and bolt restoring it next year. It's going to get everything that it needs, and I can't wait. I can't wait to spend all that money. But no, it's yeah, that's something to come. But yeah, guys, I'm going to wrap this up here. I want to say a massive thank you to all of you who have joined in today. I also want to say a massive thanks to all of you guys that have supported the channel this year. Like I said, this is going to be the final video, the final live stream of the year. So I just want to say I hope you all had a very Merry Christmas, if of course you celebrate it, and I want to hope you all have a very happy New Year. Yeah, guys, I can't thank you enough. You honestly have changed my life this year. To be able to do YouTube full time finally after all this time, my dream has definitely came true. So yeah, honestly, from the bottom of my heart, I want to say a massive thanks to all of you guys. And yeah, I hope you all stay well, and I hope you all are excited to to what is coming in the new year. But yeah, 2021, it's done. On to the next year, I guess. But yeah, guys, please take care of yourselves and have a good one. Take care, guys.